Welcome to From Loneliness to Overflow with Matina. I'm your host, a holistic healing coach, divorce recovery coach, and a passionate advocate for personal growth and your guide on the journey to healing. This podcast is for those who are struggling with the feelings of loneliness, disconnection, feeling stuck, and who are ready to discover their inner potential and live a life overflowing with love and connection. Inside, we are going to explore the path from pain to transformation, bridging the gap between loneliness and abundance through heartfelt conversations, spirituality, energy work, and self-awareness. So let's get started on this soulful journey together. Welcome to another episode from Loneliness to Overflow with Matina. Today, it is really about assessing and reassessing and rethinking and rewiring of how we live life. See, there's so many things happening in this world right now. There's so much chaos all around the world, uncertainty. And amidst all of this uncertainty, we're allowing the chaos of the world to seep into our homes, to seep into how we choose to live life, to seep into what we can and can't do, how we can be happy or can't be happy, how we are impacted, maybe directly or indirectly, due to all the changes of the world. And as the world is being reassessed, I invite you to reassess your life. I invite you to rethink, how are you showing up? Who are you at your core? How do you live life so fully? Or are you living life with a checklist? Checklist that was created by society. A checklist that was created in a way to create systems. But those systems that were created in the past are being reassessed. They're being rewired. And as they're being rewired, we receive the chaos in our mind. And during this chaos, really ask yourself, how can I reassess my life? What deep parts of me have I refused to see? Which parts of me am I ignoring? Which parts of me do I have blinders for? There are so many parts of us that don't get the attention, the love, the grace it deserves. Even though we can show up with grace and love for others, we cannot, for whatever reason, do it for ourselves, especially as women who show up day in, day out, not only for their families, but also for their work. When is it going to be time for you? When are you going to look at your life, your day-to-day schedule, and be like, this drains me and this uplifts me? How can I create a pathway of letting go what drains me without the guilt, the shame, the fear of if I change it, will the people that I have around me accept it? See, we all do this. We all do this because we are led by fear of change, fear of people finding it difficult to adapt to what our heart knows is true. We stay. We stick to the pattern. We stick to what's known. It has always worked, so why would I change it? Well, if it always had worked, then why is there a whisper in your heart right now that whispers and asks you to do something outside of your comfort zone? What is this negative self-talk telling you of how you show up in life every single day that actually takes away your inner peace? I know when I was in this dynamic of I need to be a perfect mom, the tagline of perfection was something that I gave myself. What that perfection meant is also given by me. Yes, society shaped it. But at the end of the day, I am the one choosing it. I am the one holding myself up to a standard, if you will. That standard I can change. That standard I can rewire and create so much more magic from when I believe in me. So I had to change this idea that I want to be a perfect mom. And I didn't know how to change it. I didn't know what was going to be in place of it. So until I recognized and realized what was going to be in place of it, I kept it. See, step one is not changing right away. Step one is recognizing, questioning, thinking, researching, and then changing. Change is not step one. Change comes way, way, way later. But the fact that there's this fire inside of you that asks true, deep questions, that's the fire. That is a true fire that's not only asking you, pleading you to do something different. That's your soul shaking you, awakening you till you show up. Till you show up. When are you going to choose to show up for you? When are you going to love upon yourself so deeply that when you are doing something or for someone, there's no negative self-talk, that there's true joy in your action? So when I had to let go of this perfect mom idea, and I didn't know what I was going to put in place, but I knew that I didn't want to hold myself to the standard of perfection. I wanted to be me, truly me, and be led by my heart, be led by my love, be led by the authentic, true soul that I am. That's what I want to be led by. As I'm leading myself through that lens, through that capacity, perfection is not a part of that. Love is, care is, harmony is. So I did what so many moms would not do. I started telling my kids, Mom needs time. I'm going to meditate for an hour. An hour? Yes, I said an hour. And I've had days where I've meditated for way longer than an hour. And yes, my children interrupted me multiple times. But eventually, because I was consistent, they started recognizing this is Mom's time now. I started having bedtime routines where it's like, okay, it's this hour, let's go. I'm not tired yet. Yes, I get it. But this is a time for you to decompress in your room with no screen. That's the time. And for me to choose what I'm going to do with that time. Maybe it's some cleaning. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm working on something. But I get to choose that. I get to fill my own cup. Because when my cup is filled, when I have done the difficult part of my own life, I am teaching them indirectly to make choices for themselves too. When they need their time to be able to articulate that, when they cannot handle the chaos of the life at the moment, for them to step away and be like, I need a moment. No, I'm not perfect. Again, I had let go of that idea of perfection. Yet I know by me choosing me, I am giving them the biggest gift they can give themselves too. By me talking about emotions and energies and energetics of our own bodies, our mind, our soul, the universe, it allows them to know that there's more than we can see. Just like the cell phone that so many of us have in our phone, we don't see the connection being made, but we can have conversations. We don't see where and how it's all connected, but it is connected. Just like that. We all are connected. So at times where they were missing something, talking them through it, allowing them to know that they have this energetic connection that they can tap into, feel, and expand the love from is a gift. Talking about how frustrated they are because some things are happening in life that are not settling in their hearts gives them the knowledge that they seek versus making assumptions and suppressing emotions, which honestly, I would say 90% of the world does, as we need to fit into a box that is a specific way. Yes, I don't appreciate my sons yelling and crying or my daughter being upset about something in a moment where I cannot handle it. Of course, I can't appreciate that. Yet what I do and always can appreciate is for them to feel safe enough to express themselves in the most raw version of themselves with me. And it doesn't matter how I handle it in the moment, but it does matter how I communicate about it. My children are my mirrors. They will always show me what always lives inside of me. When I am calm and collected, I can really talk about so many different things with them and not be fazed by it. But when I am in a rush, disoriented, disorganized, even the smallest thing can become a huge issue. But it has nothing to do with them. It has to do with me and my own standards around the thing that I'm working on, my own standards. So when the world itself is rewiring and rearranging itself, when is going to be a good time for you to think about rewiring and rearranging your life in a way that is aligned with your soul? That very subtle voice that tells you, hold on, I don't like this. I cannot go another step anymore. I am tired. As I'm working on this amazing big project that I love for my work, I am losing and failing at being a partner or at being a mom. And we accumulate that guilt. We accumulate emotions, and then they get trapped into our bodies, and that turns into diseases. Before we dive back in, I have something transformative to share with you. It's called the Alignment Collective, Release, Rebuild, and Rise, my signature group coaching program designed to help you unlock the life you deserve. Every month, we focus on a key area of life, from health to relationships, career, and more. In the first 2 weeks, we energetically release what's holding you back. Then we shift into calling in the abundance and clarity that you desire. And in the final week, we come together for powerful group coaching, sharing our wins, our challenges, and raising the collective energy. Are you ready to release what doesn't serve you, rebuild your foundation, and rise into your potential? Try it for 50% off with discount code GROWTH. Visit matinaSingh.com/meditation. The link is also found in the description. I can't wait to support you on this journey. We don't want diseases to stop us. Say, hello, can we please talk about this emotion right now? Can we please feel love from within for ourselves? When was the last time you loved yourself? Truly saw yourself, all of you, without judgment, without fear. Fear of breaking down, fear of seeing something that you don't want to see, fear of not wanting to acknowledge that there is a side of you that feels very sad, or maybe angry, guilty, depressed, anxious. What is it for you? Which part of you have you been suppressing so much that you did not give yourself the time or day? Take a deep breath and look into the mirror. As women, we go and have our hair done, nails done, we get a massage, we go to a spa day. But even in those places, we get busy. We get busy because we bring a friend. We get busy because we have the hairdresser talk to us and talk about work. Or maybe we're just busy in our heads because there's so many things that need to get done. Yes, I fitted in my hair appointment, but don't really have time for it either. We're so busy that we don't take the time to assess and reassess as often as you need to, so that you can take the steps to get into the rewiring. As I understood that I did not want to be a perfect mom. I wanted to be imperfectly perfect. I want to be me without the standards of the world. So when I let go of all of these ideas that I needed to do and needed to be and needed to show up as, I started with very small steps creating my own ideas. It started literally with putting the kids to bed at an early time. And it's like, no, this is not mommy's time, and your time is in your bedroom. From that, I went into taking 15, 20, 30 minutes for myself. Maybe journaling, maybe meditating, maybe even doing nothing. And at the beginning, I didn't name it, that it was my nothing time. I just allowed myself to be. And it felt very foreign because as a mom, especially as a single mom, the list is endless. So how are you showing up for you? How are you creating magic in your own life, or the lack thereof? And how can you call your power back to create more magic, to build upon that magic, to see parts of yourself that you haven't seen for a very long time, that you may be associated, but well, that was because I was in my 20s. I could do those things. I was in my 20s. Who told you you can't do those things that made you happy because you're now in your 40s? As a child, dancing gave me fun. Dancing was fun. Dancing meant freedom. Dancing meant let's just move our bodies as in whatever shape and form it wants to move. And then it shifted into, oh no, I need to look good in dancing. And then it shifted into, oh no, I can't dance. My inner child does not understand need to look good. My inner child just knows, I love when you move your body, woman. Just move it. So now, in my 40s, I enjoy moving my body in whatever shape or form or dance it needs to be. And yes, sometimes it looks great and sometimes it might look weird. I do not care because I am allowing myself to be. I allow my body to move in the way it wants to and shape so much joy for myself. I allow myself to be the crazy mom that sings in the kitchen as she is cooking and dances away. And my kids look at it and they're like, Mom, again. I'm like, yes, I love it. Indirectly, it gives them permission to be. Indirectly, they're learning how it's okay to be you. What part of you can you see today? What part of you can you honor today? What part of you needs and desires something from within because there's a small incline or that voice or that feeling that your body responds to, but you forgot to listen to. Maybe it's when you walk into your work and you have this disgusting gut feeling that it doesn't sit well with you because you've been pushing and pushing and pushing at this work where your soul is like, we don't want to be here. When are you going to listen to that voice? Or maybe it's for you to be like, I really want to change my career, but I don't know where to start and I'm afraid. I'm afraid. And because of that, you don't show up fully. Maybe it's in your relationship where you and your partner coexist and share a loving relationship with your children, but are disconnected from each other. And maybe, just maybe, it's that voice inside of you that's saying, look at me. Can you please look at me and tell me that I'm okay, that I'm doing a great job? Because the inner voice, the inner critic is so loud that I can't see you. I can't see your loving face. I can't see your loving intent towards yourself, towards me. Mirror work is not easy, but my goodness, is it powerful? And my goodness, does it make you feel things you didn't even know were in there? So as the world is rearranging and rewiring itself, what part of you and your life are you going to rewire? We don't need to go through a whole pandemic to make the world tell us to stop and reassess our lives again. We get to choose that for ourselves now because we are ready. You are ready. That voice inside of you is there for a reason. That voice inside of you wants you, needs you, desires you more than anything or anyone on this planet. That inner voice wants you. Women all over the world are taught so many different things and perspectives and paradigms that aren't oftentimes in the highest alignment for themselves. They aren't. They are wake-up calls, your wake-up call. So don't wait for another big change in and around the world to tell you to stop and assess. Choose to assess, choose to see, and choose to rewire with small changes, very small changes, and build it up from there. Because those small changes matter. Those small changes bring you the joy that your soul is longing for. Those small changes is that sigh at the end of the day that's like, I feel fulfilled. Not I feel perfect. I feel fulfilled. How fulfilled are you with your life right now? How can you bring that more into your life so that there is so much more joy, so much more grace, so much more love inside of you for yourself first? Let go of the perfection. Let go of the checklist. Let go of all the things that as a person you need to do and embrace yourself. Love yourself with the love and light that you are today. Yes, change doesn't come always easy, but it's so important for us to be open and willing to embrace change. That change that you desire from within is the pathway to a door that no one else can open. Only you can. So now is a great time to reassess and rewire and rethink what you want in life. Show up for yourself. Put up a smile because you are telling yourself in the mirror that you are worth it. Put up a smile because you are really taking the time to see yourself again as a whole woman. You are whole. Thank yourself for seeing, hearing, feeling, knowing that inner voice that is longing for you to see her. See you, be you, do you. I feel so blessed to share this message with you today because there were so many parts of myself that I did not allow myself to see. There were so many parts of me that I had completely forgotten and discarded from a very young age to fit inside of a box that I was given, and that was called life. And as I undid that box, as I became completely clueless as to what I wanted, I really carefully crafted a life that is in alignment with myself. You can do that too. I believe in you. Thank you for listening. I hope this episode has helped you to feel less alone in finding tools towards a life which is overflowing with love and purpose. If you enjoyed the episode, please take a second to rate and review. Each review helps us to reach more individuals who are seeking healing and personal growth just like you. And don't forget to take a screenshot and share your aha moments on your Instagram stories and tag me, Singh Matina. See you next week. Take care.